Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Easy English Boost. In today's lesson, we will learn how to describe people in English. We will talk about different things such as height, build, hair, eyes, skin tone, age, clothes, personality, and voice. These are some of the common ways we describe a person's appearance and character in everyday English. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to describe anyone clearly and confidently. So, let's get started. First, let's talk about height. Height tells us how tall or short a person is. Some common words we use are tall, short, medium height, quite tall, and very short. Let's look at some examples. He is quite tall. She is short but confident. I'm medium height. These words help us describe a person's height clearly. Next, let's talk about build, or body type. Build describes the shape of a person's body. Some common words we use are slim, thin, overweight, athletic, muscular, and average build. Let's look at some examples. He has an athletic build. She is slim and energetic. My brother is muscular. These words help us talk about a person's body type in English. Now, let's look at some useful questions we can ask when describing people. For example, how tall are you? How tall is your cousin? Can you describe the woman you met? Here are some example answers. I'm around 1.62 meters tall. My cousin is nearly 1.85 meters. She's average height and quite slim. He's a little overweight, but very active. My trainer is tall and muscular. In the United States, people often use feet and inches instead of meters. For example, he's 6 foot, she's 5'4". Next, let's talk about eyes. We often describe a person's eyes by their color. Some common eye colors are blue eyes, brown eyes, green eyes, and hazel eyes. Let's look at some examples. He has sharp, dark brown eyes. She has bright green eyes. My niece has big blue eyes. She has bright blue eyes. He has dark brown eyes. These expressions help us describe a person's eyes in more detail. Next, let's talk about skin tone. Skin tone describes the color of a person's skin. Some common words we use are fair, light-skinned, dark-skinned, and tanned. Let's look at some examples. She has fair skin. He is tanned because he plays outside. She is fair with pink cheeks. He is tanned because he spends time in the sun. My friend is light-skinned with curly hair. These expressions help us describe a person's skin tone when talking about appearance. Next, let's talk about age. Age tells us how old a person is. Some common expressions we use are in his 20s, in her early 30s, middle-aged, teenager, grown-up, and elderly. Let's look at some examples. My aunt is in her 40s. My cousin is still a teenager. She is in her early 30s. He is middle-aged. My grandfather is elderly. These expressions help us talk about a person's age in everyday English. Let's understand a few common expressions used when talking about age. In his or her 40s. This means the person is between 40 and 49 years old. Example, my uncle is in his 40s. In her 50s. This means the person is between 50 and 59 years old. Example, my teacher is in her 50s. Teenager. A teenager is a person between 13 and 19 years old. Example, her son is a teenager. Grown up. A grown-up means an adult person. Example, their children are grown up now. Now, let's talk about personality. Personality describes how a person behaves or what kind of person they are. Here are some positive words we use to describe personality. Kind, friendly, honest, confident, hardworking, polite, cheerful, patient, ambitious, generous, and reliable. These words help us describe good qualities in a person. Next, let's look at some negative personality words. Some common examples are rude, lazy, impatient, and selfish. Let's see a few example sentences. She is very kind and helpful. He is confident, but sometimes impatient. Sometimes it is better to use softer or more polite expressions when talking about someone's personality. For example, instead of saying, he is lazy, you can say, he can be a bit careless sometimes. Instead of saying, she is rude, you can say, she can be a little impatient. Using polite and respectful words is always a good idea when describing people. Next, let's talk about voice. Voice describes how a person sounds when they speak. Some common expressions are soft voice, loud voice, deep voice, clear voice, and sweet voice. Let's look at some examples. He has a deep voice. She speaks in a soft voice. She has a sweet voice. These expressions help us describe how someone's voice sounds. Now let's look at an important difference: look like and be like. What does she look like? We use this question to ask about physical appearance. Example, she's tall and slim with long black hair. What is she like? We use this question to ask about a person's personality. Example, she's friendly and very helpful. Are you like your brother? This question asks about similarity. Examples, yes, we both have curly hair. No, he's quiet but I'm talkative. These questions help us describe and compare people in everyday conversations. Now, let's learn a simple rule for adjective order. When we describe things like hair, adjectives usually follow a natural order. A simple order to remember is: first, length; second, color; third, texture. For example, long blonde straight hair, short brown curly hair. When the adjectives come before the noun, we usually do not use commas. Example, she has long brown wavy hair. Here the noun is hair. When the description comes after the noun, we usually connect the adjectives with and. Example, her hair is long and wavy. Again, the noun is hair. This simple rule helps us describe appearance more naturally in English. Now let's look at have and have got. Both forms are correct and commonly used in English to talk about appearance or possession. For example, I have green eyes. I've got green eyes. Both sentences mean the same thing. Now let's look at the negative form. I don't have curly hair. I haven't got curly hair. Both are correct and mean the same. Now let's look at questions. Do you have blue eyes? Have you got blue eyes? Both questions are correct and are used to ask about someone's appearance. Conversation practice. Now let's look at two short conversations. Conversation 1. Emma, can you describe your new neighbor? David, sure. He's tall with short gray hair and dark eyes. Emma, what's he like? David, he's very friendly and polite. Conversation 2. Emma, what does your best friend look like? David, she's medium height with long straight black hair and hazel eyes. Emma, is she like you? David, yes, we're both outgoing and energetic. These conversations show how we describe someone's appearance and personality in everyday English. Now let's look at another short conversation about appearance. Emma, what do you look like? David, I'm medium height and slim. I have short black hair and brown eyes. Emma, what's your sister like? David, she's quite tall and very athletic. She has long straight hair and green eyes. Emma, do you look like your brother? David, not really. He has fair skin and light brown hair, but I'm darker and taller than him. This conversation shows how we talk about our own appearance and compare ourselves with others. Let's look at some more common expressions used to describe hair. Shoulder-length hair. This means hair that reaches the shoulders but is not longer than that. Example, she has shoulder-length dark hair. Straight hair. This means hair that falls smoothly without curls or waves. Example, My brother has straight black hair. Curly hair. This means hair that forms tight or loose curls. Example, her little sister has short curly hair. Wavy hair. This means hair that has gentle curves or waves. Example, he has wavy brown hair. These expressions help us describe different hair types when talking about appearance. When we describe people, we often use different words for women and men. For women and girls, pretty, she is a pretty girl. Beautiful, she is a beautiful young woman. Lovely, she has a lovely smile. Cute, the baby is so cute. Elegant, she looks elegant in that dress. For men and boys, handsome, he is a handsome man. Good-looking, he is very good-looking. Dapper, he looks very dapper in his suit. Clean-cut, he is clean-cut and well-groomed. Suave, he is suave and confident. These words help us talk about someone's appearance in a positive and detailed way. Some words can be used for both men and women. Attractive, they are an attractive couple. Stylish, she is stylish, and he is stylish too. Appealing, the model looks appealing on the cover. Elegant, they both look elegant at the party. Charming, he is charming and polite. Graceful, she moves gracefully on stage. Stately, the actor has a stately presence. Smart, he looks smart in his outfit. Nationality, appearance, Asian looking. This means someone whose appearance is similar to people from Asian countries. Example, the character in the movie is Asian looking. Final speaking tip. When you describe someone, follow this simple order to make your description clear and natural. Start with height. Then talk about hair and eyes. Add clothes. End with personality. Following this order helps your listener imagine the person easily and makes your English sound more natural. Great job today. Now you can confidently describe people in English. If you're still watching and haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Like, share, and comment. Learning English is easy, fun, and exciting with Easy English Boost. Thank you for watching.